Hi, we're Yvonne and Jeremy. We got married last year, and now we're exploring the US full-time. In our last video, we encountered unpredictable weather, hoary marmots, and stunning views of Mount Rainier. Today, we catch our first glimpses of the North Cascades. Today we are hiking the Maple Pass Loop right outside of the North Cascades National Park, just on the edge.
Good morning, or I guess good afternoon, everyone. We didn't realize coming to this trail would take about 2 hours driving from where we were staying. So we're actually starting this right at noon right now. Little nervous about whether or not we will be able to finish this by sunset. We'll just try to be fast and just try to enjoy it as much as we can. Brought some jackets just in case the weather changes, because you never know. In Washington, the weather just changes a lot.
Well, good thing it wasn't rainy at Rainy Lake.
Ha, 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 ha.
Turns out Rainy Lake is a spur trail off the side of the Maple Pass Loop, so you can take a short detour to see it and then come back. But it's really, really flat and should be pretty easy except for one fallen log to step over. Part of the trail in the clockwise direction is pretty much just straight up through the woods. So the nice thing about it is that there is shade, there is covering the whole time, but yeah, it's pretty uphill.
At least it's very shaded, so that makes it much better. But we still got a long ways to go and it's just climbing up. We've reached our lunch spot, looking at Rainy Lake.
This is where we are. This is Rainy Lake where we were earlier. Having been at the bottom right next to Rainy Lake, you can really get an appreciation for how much elevation we gained during this hike up.
This is so peaceful to walk on. It's like, I just feel so small. Like I see the mountains and the lake down there, and then it's just beautiful colors around me. Wow.
I have bad news.
What?
We're still not that close to the top.
I thought we were.
I also have good news.
What?
I can see the top.
Oh, nice. I think we're on our last switchback.
No.
Last one, and then we'll be at the top. We can see it. Oh, just kidding. 2 more switchbacks.
For some perspective, when Yvonne said that we had one more switchback left, we were all the way back there.
Oh, we're pretty close. Almost there.
Round up to the nearest 5.
All right.
Boy. That's park boundary.
North Cascades National Park boundary.
At the top of Maple Pass, and it was a real pleasure to hike up with a lot of very friendly people.
It's like you just can't capture it on camera. Like it's like one of those things where like your naked eye is so much better than what you can capture on camera. I think we're still doing pretty good on time, but we're now going to start heading back down. We do want to get back down by sunset since it is still a 2 hours drive. Pretty much the whole way down, we're just walking along the Ann Lake. Yeah, it's really cool because you get to see different sides of it, and there's a little island in the middle. That's really cool. There are trees growing on top of it. Yeah. All right, we just finished the hike. We made it before sunset. Yay! So I'm really glad that we did it in the clockwise direction because the gradual descent is just so much easier. I can't imagine if we had to do the more strenuous steep descent because it would just be really, really hard on our knees. So I'm really glad we ended up doing the strenuous part first and then the easier part later. I think it just overall made the hike much easier and we're not like super tired.
After a few rainy days, we are back out in the North Cascades National Park complex, and today we're just doing some short walks and saving up a big hike for tomorrow. So first we're here at the Ladder Creek Falls. It's just a short half-a-mile loop walk around this Gorge Dam area.
So something I learned about Washington is that all of their highway signs are the shape of Washington's head. And then it made so much sense to me because the state of Washington is named after George Washington. I'm not the only one that didn't know about this, right? Right?
No.
It's just like a rainforest here. There's mosses growing on trees. There's ferns everywhere, and you see the waterfall pretty much right when you get here. It's kind of like tucked into this little space here. Like you just wouldn't even know because it's right next to the road. Oh.
Little spider there with its web, and of course Yvonne is doing the requisite digging out. So all you have to do is just walk right underneath
it. I'm just trying to like cross the web. Is it on me?
She's genuinely.
Oh, it's not there anymore.
She's genuinely concerned right now.
Oh my gosh, it's not there anymore!
It's right there.
Oh yeah, it's still there. Okay. Alright, just finished our lunch and we're going to take a look at Gorge Creek. I'm so happy there are so many waterfalls and lakes, but I'm just so sad because basically the last 3 days it was raining. But yeah, we're trying to make the most out of today.
We then made our way to the overlook for Diablo Lake, which gets its unique turquoise color from the fine powder that it carries, made from glaciers grinding down rock.
debated whether or not to drive over to Washington Pass because it is quite a drive from where we're at, but we decided ultimately that we will still go. Whoa! It's beautiful! Whoa, look at those peaks, jagged peaks right there.
There's no one here.
Yeah, no one here. Just us. Okay, you know what those like peaks, those sharp peaks, jagged peaks on the top remind me of?
What?
It's like when I try to skin an apple, but I'm like not doing it in a straight line. So then it's like, you know, when you skin an apple, like that kind of reminds me of like the apple skin that I get after I skin the apple. No, do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
I don't skin apples, first of all. I would peel them.
no, okay, like, no, like peel is like the same as skinning an apple, right? Peeling.
I feel like I would skin an animal.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. We are headed this morning to the Cascade Pass. I can really see why they call this the American Alps. It is just stunningly beautiful. To get to this trailhead, actually, we're not even at the trailhead yet. We've got to walk because the road is blocked off. There were a bunch of potholes and gravel roads, probably the last 10-15 miles or so.
We're partway through our walk from the closed section of the road to the trailhead, and it's pretty steadily uphill.
It's hard to believe we're not even at the trailhead yet, and I'm pretty much running out of breath already. Oh, all right. It'll be worth it when we go to the trailhead. Hopefully it's a little better when we get there. Now I know why at milepost 20 the road is closed, because yeah, it's really rocky up here. It's impossible for cars to go up. And also we had to cross a creek. So yeah, that's why. I feel so bad because Jeremy actually went before me to cross the creek. But then basically his shoes and his feet, they're all soaked right now. And then he told me to walk on the log across it, which I did. Yeah, thanks Jeremy for going before me, taking the hit for me.
It's actually not that bad because going up it's kind of warm, so getting them soaked is like cooling me off and lowering my body temperature. It all works out.
Yeah, there's no way you could drive past this. Jeremy going before me again. Thank you. You got this. Good job. Two creek crossings right before mile post 22. Jeremy has developed a strategy of hiking backwards while going up.
I think a lot of people do it to balance things out, you know?
You just look kind of funny.
After just over 3 miles, we have finally reached the trailhead, and I did not expect that it would take that long, but it just took us a little over an hour. After lunch, we're gonna begin the 3.5-mile ascent to Cascade Pass. We wanted to go to the glacier, the Sahale Glacier, but yeah, with the extra 3 miles at the beginning to get to the trailhead, it's not really possible today, so we're just gonna go to the Cascade Pass and then turn around and come back.
Yum.
3.5 miles ahead.
Wow, I feel so much better after lunch when we were hiking up to go to the trailhead. I think I was just hungry and weak. So I think, yeah, it was just more difficult than I thought it would be for me to hike up the concrete paths. But now that it's after lunch, my pack is lighter and I feel more energy and I'm excited for this hike. We are the only ones on this hike, so I feel like at some parts it's a little bit spooky. So I'm telling Jeremy not to walk too far, too quickly ahead of me. We've only seen one person at this trail, and she was basically done with this trail and going down.
One thing that was notable about this trail was that during the ascent, we saw many different kinds of mushrooms.
This one looks like a potato. We found more mushrooms. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We do not know the right terms for these, but they look hollow from the top. Tell us in the comments if you know what kind of mushrooms these are.
Apparently, every tree on Earth is connected by the same fungi network, and so they communicate to each other by sending signals through these fungi networks, so they can distribute the nutrients equally, and so they survive. This mushroom reminds me of the one in Maple Story. Look at this one! Wonder like who thought to eat mushrooms? Cause like some mushrooms are really poisonous. But then how did like the early people find out? I guess some people got poisoned and that's how they found out some mushrooms are poisonous. Sorry, that was a very depressing thought. But just some, thoughts while we're hiking and seeing all the different mushrooms here. Oh, we found another one. This one kind of looks like a flower. This is like a mushroom bouquet.
The top of these yellow mushrooms we just saw look kind of like coronavirus.
Looks like the top of an apple. These ones look like snails. This one looks a little like shiitake mushroom. Whoa. It's huge. Looks like a turtle shell. Spotting all the different mushrooms is definitely adding some necessary entertainment while we hike up this trail. We've hiked for about 3.5 hours so far. We got another half-mile left before we reach the top. Oh my gosh, this is so cool! Whoa! Jeremy, we're not even on the top yet. Oh my gosh. Rock scrambles can be kind of hard to go through, but it's also very exciting news because we're almost up top. Oh my gosh, I feel so small. I could just stand here, just admire it, and wow. Whenever we hike and we get up to these beautiful places, and we get a really nice view, all I can just think about is just how small I am, how big God is. And then, it just helps me to put things, back into perspective. And, it just helps me to, process things, de-stress. It just helps me to not be so focused on myself, focus on the little things, but just really focus on the things that really matter. Shooting this video right now so you guys can enjoy first look with me. Oh my gosh! Ah! Whoa! Oh my gosh, how come nobody's here? Jeremy.
It's getting cold, so I'm putting on another jacket, but
I didn't realize it was a marmot. It was like this fluff ball that just started moving. It scared me. Yeah, he's pretty big. gosh, he's coming towards us.
Yes. I really like the snow on top of the mountains. They look kind of like powdered sugar.
Oh my gosh, how are we gonna cross? That was where I crossed earlier. I think we're gonna try up there so we don't get our shoes wet. You're doing great, Jeremy.
Yvonne survived the treacherous stream.
Oh my gosh, that was so scary. I thought I was gonna fall inside because I have so much electronics on me. Look at my feet and my pants. It's completely soaked. It's like walking on a sponge right now.
The water level has significantly risen since this morning. It was really, really difficult to cross. In the end, we decided we had to get wet in order to get back over. So
Like there's no way.
there was
Like,
no other way.
Yeah.
There was no other way. We did what we had to do.
It's just so much water in there.
Yeah.
Wow, that was quite an experience. The water current was so strong. I was so scared to fall in. I feel like I contemplated like going barefoot and just take off my socks and shoes too. But I just felt like even if I did it, I wouldn't be able to stand. Just because it was so strong. Oh my gosh. Wow, what a day. We wet our feet. I guess we're Washingtonians now. Wow, that was quite a memorable way to end our time in North Cascades.
So hope you guys have enjoyed our adventures in the Pacific Northwest, and that is it for the Pacific Northwest. Actually, tomorrow we're driving east to Idaho, so we'll pick up on Thursday with a new vlog from Idaho. So see you guys in the next one.